on at Hase Temple in Kamakura, where it's believed the souls of 30,000 unborn children have come to rest. Like many couples in Japan, Ami and Yasuhito have come here to pray for the fetus they aborted a week before.
これ以上赤ちゃんが苦しい思いしたり辛い思いしたりしないで済むように。
Ami and Yasuhito are unmarried college students who were pressured by their parents to abort. Afterwards, they bought a Mizuko Jizo, a statue of a god which they hope will protect and appease the spirit of their aborted child. Many couples come bearing offerings of flowers and toys. It's their way of coping in a society where abortion is common but accepted uneasily.
Abortions are very popular, but on one hand, abortion is considered as a sort of crime. It means killing babies. So women who had an abortion operation feel a sense of guilty.
Hase Temple sells about 10,000 memorial statues a year. So many, it now has to burn them regularly. Demographers estimate that although it's decreasing, Japan's abortion rate is still one of the highest in the industrialized world. Poverty-stricken after the war, Japan liberalized abortion laws to control its rising population. The law allowed women to abort for economic reasons. Today, in this affluent society, government statistics show 90% of women who have abortions still cite economic reasons. Most abortions occur among married women in their 30s who say they can't support more than 2 children.
I know that many mothers had abortion because they felt that they could not afford to have 3. It's not only because they could not feed them, but because they could not provide good education and so forth.
On the streets of Tokyo, clinics that perform abortions advertise openly. Here, women do not need the consent of a parent or spouse. They pay from $370 to $900 for an abortion which is legal up to 5.5 months into the pregnancy. Polls show that even though 70% of the Japanese practice birth control, abortion is still a common backup.
Abortion is used in actuality as one method of birth control. The reason is there are not so many contraceptive choices in Japan.
At her woman's clinic, Miyoko Kono is one of the few doctors who prescribes a full range of birth control choices, including the pill, even though the government bans it for contraceptive use, citing dangerous side effects. Despite modern innovations, most Japanese still alternate between the condom and rhythm method, which when combined, Dr. Kono says, has a failure rate of 34%. She believes another problem is that Japanese women are too afraid to take charge of birth control themselves. In Dr. Kono's waiting room library, patients often get their first basic information about sex. Surveys show only 60% of teens receive any sex education at school, and in 95% of all homes, the subject of sex is taboo.
一番大事なのはやはりセックスエデュケーションをちゃんとする中で望まない妊娠をする女がいなくなればいいんだ。で望まない妊娠をさせる男がいなくなればいいんです。そうすれば人工中絶というのは自然に減っていくだろうし、なくなるだろうと思う。
A requiem to the goddess of mercy for the souls of children unnamed. Once a month, women come to Hase Temple to pray and seek comfort. According to the priest, nearly all of these worshippers have experienced abortions in the past.
ここへ来ることによって自分の罪が薄れるっていうかなくなるわけではないけれども自分の 気持ちの中で謝りたい。
Buddhists hold that all life is sacred, including that of the fetus. Although Buddhism opposes abortion, the head priest Takeishi says it emphasizes compassion over retribution.
罪であるけれども、もうすでに罪を犯してしまったわけ、ね、そのことについてはもう取り返しができない。そうすればやはりそのことをずっと悩みっぱなしだったら明日からの生活っていうのも楽しくはないはずですね。
Visitors come to the temple bearing gifts and regrets. While a newspaper poll shows 87% of Japanese approve of abortion, over 3/4 of those who've had one say they feel sorrow and guilt. Although uneasy with their decision, Ami and Yasuhito believe abortion was their only option.
日本ではやっぱりアメリカみたいに未婚の母が社会的な地位があったりすることが日本ではないですから、日本では結婚してちゃんと生まれた子供以外は社会的にすごい辛い立場に立ちますし、そういう子供たちを作らないためには仕方ないと思います。
This young couple feels caught in a society that offers them few alternatives. So, like many Japanese, they turn to abortion, considering it a necessary evil. For World Monitor, this is Wendy Hanamura in Kamakura.